hello. Welcome in. Also, yeah, no, so that was fun to figure out because I'm an idiot, as always. So let's get this started. New Dynasty, obviously. Liliana. And also, I got the stream avatar stuff working again. Also, hi Faith. I see you. So what are we gonna call this? You know what? Let's stick to the theme. Okay, and we are playing on Twitch. Now, I have to wait for people to vote on which 3 factions or regions they want in the game. So, we're gonna keep with that. Usually, it's kind of a toss-up, actually, the last few times I've played this. Okay, Faith was here. She's not anymore. That's fine. God, I love being able to just look on my stream deck to see who's actually here. Ooh, and it looks like we have a Crumbie in here as well. How you doing, hun? Yeah, probably. She's usually pretty quiet in here, and unless she's trying to pick on me, then she's all over the place. She might have also just had my stream up, because I know if you leave the stream chat up and someone goes live, it will act as though you're there for a while. But then again, I also don't know how stream avatars works. I think you actually have to be active in chat for it to show you up. Show you. Wow, I can't speak. But how are you, Lonnie? And Crumbie, how are you as well? Since you guys are here, I'm going to let you pick at least the first 2 regions that we have. Oh, it's not that hard. I could show you. Aw, I'm sorry, hon. But no, seriously, I can show you a lot of this stuff, because I've technically been doing this for like, what, going on 3 years now? I haven't gotten anywhere, but I'm here. I've been here. But yeah, what regions sound good to you guys? Of course, no problem. Alright, so we've got the East. Alright. Crumbie, what do you think? Which should be one of the other ones? Also, when I do actually have, like, my webcam up and running, I actually have a spot on top of the webcam for people to go. This is probably the lightest I've seen on people in chat for this. Which is saying something, actually, quite a bit, because this is usually a very popular game. Oh? What do you mean? Oh, you mean the little characters? Yeah, they're pretty basic, but you know, it is what it is. Actually, I might move the kitty while we wait for people to come in. If I could just remember how to do studio mode. Hey, Jan Mega. So we're still trying to decide on what other two factions. Of course, you know me. I like to. Oh no, you're good. But you know me. I like to kind of keep it one per person. So let's just quickly move the kitty. There we go. Let's move the kitty a little bit to the left. Because when I do actually use my webcam, I don't want it to be blocked. Okay, and then back to the live scene, studio mode off, and boom. There we go. So now I just have a cat's butt in my face when my webcam's on, but that's fine. I'm actually shocked. I haven't dropped a single frame this whole stream so far. Granted, it's only been like, what, 15 minutes? But still, that's not bad. Ooh, and I see a Nixie. Okay. I'm not really a fan of the patricians or the grandees, so since no one else has said anything, we are going to bring in the chiefs and the barons. Okay. And this way, people can actually start joining the game, and once we have at least 4 people, because I believe that's where you technically need to get this going properly. Once we have 4 people in, then I can start the game. But until then, you have this wonderful music. We have the sound alerts working again, and I figured out the actual stream alerts. Like I told Lonnie, I pulled a dumb. And I forgot to add the browser source back in when I fixed the stream alerts. So yeah, now they're working again. So when people follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, it actually plays it properly now. So there's that. It's definitely been an interesting week, though. I will say that. Oh, there's a star. Anybody that wants to jump for it can. Just type in exclamation point and jump. Oh, and looks like Crumby has left us. So sad. But I'm pretty sure he has his own stream to worry about at the moment. So, what is going on? Ooh. I see some more familiar people in chat. I'm gonna stop calling people out though, because I know some people don't like that, and I do apologize. Let's see. See if I can't bring in a few more people, just because it is a little on the dead side. Which, again, is odd for me playing this game, because the last couple times I've gotten a lot of people. Then again, I did also wait till the last minute because I was fixing a bunch of things and getting a lot of this working again, because that was fun. But on the bright side, like I said, I got stream alerts working. I've got the sound alerts are working again. I just realized I got all like the warm colors aside from blue. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't really start the game until people join, so we're stuck kind of just in limbo for the moment until we can get more people in, which I'm doing my best to see if I can't bring in more people outside of my groups. Hello! Welcome to the Counts. I really appreciate you stopping by. I know you didn't have to, and I I appreciate it. Oh. Hey, Bot Canada. Welcome in, hun. Alright, so we've got 2 out of the 4 people we need minimum. Hopefully when Lonnie gets back, she can join. And maybe Jan Mega might join. Thank you for the follow, Bot Canada. Very much appreciated. Oh my god, they actually dance. They actually freaking dance. Oh no, no worries. Yeah, no, this is actually a really fun game to play, honestly. Like, I didn't think it'd be as fun as it has been. Come on, Discord. There we go. You know, it'd be really broken. I wonder if the game would allow me to actually join a region. That would be kind of broken. Oh? What do you mean you were trolled? I mean, you can change the, you can change what region you're in right now. All you have to do is just do exclamation point, join, pronouns, and region. So, like, if you wanted to join the Chiefs, or if you wanted to join the Counts, you have to do your pronouns first. Pronouns, then counts. Oh no, like pronouns as in like he, she, or they. That's what I meant. Is this still not letting me? Wait. Okay, that's weird. Because it's supposed to let you change it. Wait, but Canada, isn't it supposed to let you change it? Hey, Blood. Welcome in. Feel free to join in. This post brought to you by the tiny dwarf that lives on my head. Ah, Jesus. Oh. I'm sorry. I could always back out if you guys don't mind. Do you mind if I back out and come back in, Bot Canada? Just so that he gets a chance to actually pick the... Okay. And boom. Okay, there you go. Nubbles, you should be able to pick your region now. But yeah, since I backed out and came back in, you should be able to actually pick your faction this time. Or region. I don't know why I keep calling it a faction. I mean, that's basically what it is. Ooh. I'm sorry. Unfortunately... Oh, okay. Alright, so there is going to be an ad. I'm going to force it while you guys choose your regions. So, I will see you guys in a minute and 30 seconds. we're back. Okay, so yeah, every chance I get, I might force unless we're waiting on something, or whatnot. Like, I'm going to force the ads to go early whenever they pop up. But then again, it's like a 30-minute wait between ads, so that shouldn't be an issue. By the way, if you guys know of anyone else who you think might enjoy the game, let them know that I'm streaming, and I will gladly welcome them in. Because, yeah, this game definitely needs more people to be able to play it properly. Are you serious? The game does not like you, apparently. Jesus. I mean, at least you have a friend, and we can officially start now. Wait, you have to. Oh, that makes sense. That sucks though, but it makes sense. Jeez, I'm so sorry, Noobles. It's a relatively cheap game. It's only like $10. But anyway, let's get this started. Now, granted, anyone can join while the game is going, obviously. So, like, you guys might get more people in the various factions. Alright, so let's start with council introductions. Because this is the fun part. I love this because this actually uses you guys. For those that aren't familiar with the game, obviously. But yeah. Now that you are the queen, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the wintry north, the desolate east, and of course the bleak marsh. So, introduce yourself to the chiefs of the north. Hug me, you beautiful. Oh, that's right. I still need to get those chat commands back up and running. So, sorry about that. I will get them up and running sooner or later. So bear with me. I do apologize. Anyway, introduce yourself to the chiefs of the north. Good luck in the days ahead. Your greatness, you'll need it dealing with us lot. Introduce yourself to the counts of the east. An honor to finally make your acquaintance, your race. May you escape the doom that befell your predecessor. Wow, predecessor. I can't speak. I was going to say, we haven't gotten to the barons yet, so. Hail and well met, your majesty. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape, And with that, the introductions are done. Oh, you're talking about down in the chat thing. Yeah. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. Now we go with the coronation. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Why the hurry? To delay any longer would make the nobles restless, and when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest back. Oh, well, we wouldn't want that, I suppose. As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Of course. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright, so this is where you guys get to vote. Oh, jeez. Anyway. I'm actually going to be different and choose D as the one I'm vetoing. So you guys can't vote D. So anyway, once I hit start vote, it's exclamation point vote and then the letter that you're voting for. So here we go. Have at it. All right, that seems like a unanimous vote. All right. And of course, as the vote goes, invite foreign dignitaries and show off our wealth. Our dignitaries arrive from all corners of Celestath, and it's only appropriate you show off. A trained eagle drops a ruby-encrusted crown atop your head as you stand on a golden podium. Wow, we went all freaking out. Jeez. The awed crowd includes such influential figures as the Dukes of Sal, the Princes of Tavalin, and even a pearl bearer from Tesh. Lucrative trade deals are struck at the evening's feast. So trade went up in the north, trade went up in the march, trade went up in the east. Some of the chief's wealth has increased, some of the baron's wealth has increased, and some of the count's wealth has increased. Now, for those of you that are playing in chat, if you go on the left-hand side, it should be like somewhere in this area here, you can actually check out your wealth. You guys are going to be the death of me. I'm not going to win. That was fire. Only the Grand Pensionary of Kurth is not in attendance. The Republic, after all, is fundamentally opposed to the very concept of monarchy. Of course. Alright, and last but not least, my win condition. Your Majesty, when you die, how do you hope the people of the kingdom will remember you? I feel like I always go this way, but we're going to go as a conqueror. A warrior queen is sure to be remembered fondly if she wins more battles than she loses. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall military as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Yes, my win condition. So there's a win condition for me, and the lot of you will choose your individual region's win condition. Alright, so now we end the season. Alright, now it's up to the counts to choose what they want their scheme to be. Sasa of the Bloodari dynasty, legendary eastern bird breeder, leans delicately on a podium, sighing. My fellow counts, in ancient times the East was its own proud kingdom. We can bring back those days of glory, but not while the false queen Liliana wears the crown. Alright, Blood, this is where you get to vote on your scheme. This is what you're going to be doing to overthrow me. By the way, Blood, this is your personal vote. You got to vote on this. All right. Possession. Nice. Because if I remember correctly, you're the only... Yep, you're the only count. The counts plan to summon a demon to possess the queen, putting her totally under their control. First, they must lull the queen to a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the counts must lower their defiance to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Oh no, you're good. You're perfectly fine. Thankfully, aside from the funding things, I can let it go as long as I need to. Or as long as you need to, for that matter. Alright, and now it's up to the chiefs. Order of the Bacanada clan, notorious Northern Orator. Wow, I'm not an orator. Okay, that's fine. Stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, droning as if in a trance. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne. Jeez, I just jumped between several different accents there. Not this imposter Queen Liliana. How do we make that happen? Alright. Have at it, chiefs. The one and only Bacanada. Bacanada. Wow. Words. Oh, okay. And no worries, Blood. You're fine, hun. There we go. Ragnarok. Nice. So your goals are aligned with mine. Got it. Okay. The chiefs plan to make an alliance with the ice giants to take over the kingdom. First, they must not be weak, or the giants won't take their proposal seriously. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must raise their military to 5 or more in 4 seasons. I think you're pretty good on that. And now, last but not least, the Barons. Uland of the Not a Gamer Person bloodline, sinister Marcher Hunter, stands before a blazing hearth, shouting and swearing. I can't do a Southern Californian accent, unfortunately. When have the Barons of the March backed down from a fight? Never. I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. All right. Anyway, Barons, have at it. Like, totally, dude. What scheme should the God, I went into an Irish Southern Californian accent. Like, I don't even know what that was. Oh, God. We've got a hype downstairs there. Jesus. The UK California. Yeah. If I remember correctly, Nubel said that he is not going to be voting for a while. So, I think you're good. Jesus. The Barons plan to swap the real queen for a perfect doppelganger. You know, it'd be really funny. They switch out the you switch me out for the doppelganger, and then I get that doppelganger gets possessed. First, they must gain the trust of the spymaster. To advance their scheme, the Barons must keep defiance at 4 or less in 4 seasons. All right. So this is what we're looking at right now. Probably not. We probably have to wait for someone else to come in. It's fine though. I mean, if no one votes, it should randomly pick something. Yeah, no, there's that. I thought you were talking more about like the scheme boats. Anyway, so the Barons need to lower their defiance to 4 or less in 4 seasons, which they're at. The Chiefs have to raise their own military to at least 5 in 4 seasons. They're at that. And the Counts need to lower their own defiance to 4 or less in 2 seasons, and they're at that. So yeah, you guys are already in a good spot, and I'm not. By royal decree, we can tweak the laws governing how the council votes. We can't pass more than 3 of these laws at once, and only 1 may be used per vote. So we are going to adopt the Call for Unity. Alright, and I couldn't find the button for a second there. My brain just went bleh. Okay, so let's start with the Honor Guard. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The Chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes, the Counts with Knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, and the Barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Unfortunately, we can't recruit the Eastern Knights. There's been a major scandal. Some of their poetry was plagiarized. Yikes. They won't come to the capital until it blows over. You'll need to pick someone else. So it's a choice between the Northern Warriors and the Veterans of the March, because I don't ever go with foreign mercenaries, especially when we start off with so little money. That is true. Oh, wait, that's right. I have made my decision. There we go. Okay. I await your verdict with bated breath, Your Majesty. The Northern Warriors. Okay. Yeah, I already made the choice to go with the Barons. Or not the Barons. Brain. The North. Because that raises y'all's defiance up. And lowers theirs. I don't need to worry about their defiance at the moment. See? Playing the long game. The warrior heroes arrive a few weeks later. They swagger in with big grins and bigger axes, belching and singing and roaring out unsavory jokes. One of your courtiers faints. Small price to pay. Ooh, we got an invitation to the east. Without a word, Count Bloodary hands you a blood-red envelope. It is sealed with white wax in the shape of a skull. Inside is a beautifully written invitation to an event called the Crimson Vigil, due to take place on an autumn night later in the year. This is for the Counts, right? I'm afraid I'll be busy on this date. Sorry. You have made your choice. I can't say I'm not disappointed. Yeah, never once have I actually tried to purposely raise defiance. Like, this is the first. Dangerous roads in the north. Your Highness, the merchants in the north are complaining about bandits. The northern roads are too dangerous to travel, even with guards. Gangs of highly organized, well-armed highwaymen will ambush merchant caravans and steal absolutely everything. Oof. Alright, so I will give you a second to get... Oh, is it back already? Okay. I'm actually gonna throw out a vote for send the battle-hardened regiment to rout the bandits. Because that's a 60%. We should be able to win at 60%. Alright. Have at it, gentlemen. And Noobles is not here, so we will be making my decision. Noobles, he's currently away at the moment. Alright, so we're going to be sending in battle-hardened regiment to rout the bandits. Because, yeah, no, I'm not letting you guys bankrupt me already. And we succeeded. Booyah. You send a battalion of the North's hardiest veterans, experienced in fighting on foreign fields. If they can't root these bandits out, who can? The operation is a complete success. Within a month, the northern roads are perfectly safe, if you don't mind riding past hanged carcasses of bandits. Alright, and that ends this season. Alright, so with this, you guys can actually pay to have certain things built, either in your own territory or someone else's. You would just do exclamation point, the letter of what you're trying to vote for, and then the amount you want to put. But you have to wait for me to hit start auction first. So just let me know when you guys are ready. Alright, there you go. Have at it, guys. But by the way, Blood, just so you know, it's fund, not vote. Hey, Baruch. Welcome in. Wow, we got 2 things funded for very little. And also, Baruch joins. Wow, the Barons are getting, Yeah, Blood, you're a little late. I'm sorry. That one, unfortunately, I can't stall. All right. A spot of heresy, heretical discovery, and finding a spouse. All right. You're fine. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spy master, but there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. I've been busy. You'd better find the time. Don't worry. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference? Men, women, or do you not mind? Excellent. I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Alright, and we've got... Let's go to a spot of heresy, because heresy seems to be everywhere right now. Heretical discovery, a spot of heresy. We're going to go with the north first. Your Highness, I'm stunned, outraged, and incensed. I've been summoned to trial by the Inquisition on some nonsense fabricated charge. They're saying a group of church missionaries went missing near my lands. The weather's cold around here. Anything could have happened to them. Oh. Yeah, that'll do it. I blame the peasants in my court. No one dares defend me on their own. They're too scared of the High Inquisitor. The trial is set, but the council must intervene, Your Greatness. Though she remains silent, the council is keenly aware of the High Inquisitor's steely gaze from across the chamber. Yeah, we're not... That's not happening. Sorry. We're helping the North. One way or the other. Alright, and again, Noobles is currently out at the moment, so we will continue, and then we'll have an ad break. Alright, so... I'm going to go with the one that actually makes the most sense, because that has a higher chance of succeeding. So we're going to search for witnesses to defend Chief Bachanida. You distribute a proclamation among the chiefs asking for witnesses to Bachanida's innocence. A northern villager eventually comes forward saying she saw the missionaries heading in the direction of the frozen lake near Bachanida's estate. Indeed, they're soon found wandering aimlessly through the featureless tundra, completely lost and snowblind, but alive. No, just favoritism for what's right. With no dead missionaries, the High Inquisitor is forced to drop the charges and pay compensation to Bachanida, who sends you a small gift in thanks. So Chief Bachanida's wealth has increased by 500, my stability has gone up by 1, and the treasury is now also up to 1400. Alright, and I am going to force the ad early so that we can get that done and over with. So I will see you guys in a minute and 30 seconds. So I knew you were asking about that before, Baruch, so I finally got around to fixing it. So you're welcome. All right. So now we finished the last of the things, the heretical discovery. Your esteemed highness, I bring troubling news. Someone took the ninth's name in vain again? Not quite, your highness. A group of individuals in the east are meeting in secret to preach heretical teachings and engage in rituals. I fixed the sound alerts. So now they actually work again. Oh, and hydrate. So let me take care of that real quick. And a stretch. Oh. And posture check. Alright. Thank you, guys. Alright. They are believers of some ancient folkloric tradition. It's tied to some primordial spirit they say lives in the trees. Silly stories for children. Regrettably, I require the council's permission to launch a proper investigation. Otherwise, my inquisitors would have destroyed the cult before it had the chance to spread. Let the East do their thing. Heresy is a disease, your highness. If you do not cure it quickly, its spread will become uncontrollable. You will regret your hesitancy. Wow, words. To the heretic. Really? Really, Blood? I'm trying to show equal favoritism here. With nothing to rein them in, the pagans thrive in the faithless region of the east, spreading their influence and gaining followers by the week. Alright, and that is the end of the autumn season. So it looks like the counts... It looks like basically everyone's going to be passing their thing. Although the counts go first because there's only 2 seasons. Hidden in a labyrinth beneath the eastern castle, a pair of counts meet to speak of their schemes against the queen. The Chancellor sent me a fruit basket last week to thank us for our efforts in helping the crown. It's working. Our reputation is secure. Our problem now is the Archbishop. His beady little eyes will be focused on us if we're not careful. You must evade him at all costs. For the next stage of the scheme, the counts must lower... Oh, I just helped on that one. Whoopsies. Uh-huh. You know what? I'm sorry, Barons, but I need just a little bit more money. If I remember correctly, it's the Barons who started out that whole thing that got me in this point to begin with. Besides, you guys made some money, so you can afford to pay me a little more. Hey, you guys got wealth, so you're fine. You're good. You can afford it. The March Defiance is now grumbling. Alright. Eligible options. Oh, good lord, here we go. I have found 3 potential matches for you, 1 eligible young man from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. Your mother leads you to the great hall where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. Alright then, let's see the eligible bachelors. She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait. This is Eric, firstborn son of the Northern Ba-Canada clan. He's been a melancholy sort ever since he was a child, but otherwise, he's decent enough company. I've heard he spends most of his time playing cards or making wagers with friends and hangers-on. People say he nurses a grudge, though. I guess I can see the appeal, I suppose. This is Desmond, the eldest son of the Eastern Bladari dynasty. Forgive the snooty expression. I'm sure that's caused by an errant brushstroke. Oh yeah, errant brushstroke. Right. He had a laboratory installed in his castle and spends most of his time there, conducting bizarre experiments. He went missing a while ago, but it turned out he'd accidentally locked himself in his cellar. Survived on wine for a week. He's an interesting candidate. Oi. Wow, Baruch. Wow. And finally, we have the Marches offering. Matthias, scion of the prestigious Baruch bloodline, a typical baron, really, loud and brash and self-absorbed, but mostly well-meaning. And apparently he is a hell of a fighter, brave as a lion, tough as nails, a terror to behold. Give him half a chance and he'll expound at length on how we should improve the lot of the peasants. You know what, Baruch, your progeny is kind of sounding really nice right about now. What do you think? Of course, by picking a candidate, you'll anger the other regions, but you'll gain a lifelong alliance. See, but I want to piss them off, not make them happier. Oh, Jesus. As much as I want to piss off the barons so that they lose their thing here, he's also a really good selection. You know what? As much as I hate to do it, because it's going to take me forever to get there, they're going to... Horror in the East. Sorry, a little late there, Blood. My bad. Your Grace, a monster has been stalking my farms at night, smashing down the doors of cottages and feasting on the peasants inside. How many victims? Dozens, Your Majesty, and only a few have survived the attacks. The survivors tell a garbled story of gleaming fangs amid a mountain of blood-soaked fur. Sounds like a werewolf. The Counts don't have too big of a military, unfortunately. Although we could... So now you guys only have 2 choices. You Northerns. Alright, so here comes the vote. Do we let the military handle it? Or do we offer a bounty? Send the axes. Alright, give you guys another 10 seconds to vote. And then we're going to move on. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much set in stone. Even if both the remaining people vote, it's not getting passed. Of course, Baruch, of course. Alright, cross your fingers, guys. Here we go. Ooh, and we failed. Damn it. The regiment marches in circles for weeks through swamps and mud, but fails to hunt down the elusive beast. When they return, many soldiers appear to have brought back some manner of disease from the bog. They're coughing, pale, and too weak to hold their swords. Meanwhile, the monster's attacks continue to menace the east. You hear reports that it no longer confines its attacks to the nighttime. Soon peasants are too afraid to tend their crops, which lie rotting in the fields. So the east farming went down, and our stability went down as well. That's fine. That's fine. We can live with that. Low on lumber. Your Greatness, will you tell these superstitious barons to get over themselves and let us harvest their trees? We need the wood for our craftspeople. I've told you 1,000 times, Chief, that forest is thoroughly haunted. You'll damn us all if you go logging there. But you sold us a logging contract, and said contract has no exclusions for hauntings. Some chief's wealth has decreased, some baron's wealth has increased. So you guys paid for it. Your Majesty, the barons can't be allowed to wiggle out of their commitments. We're gonna have a call for unity. Sorry about Canada. It seems like you're getting outvoted on this one. Unless someone else votes with you. Which there are 5 people here. I'll give it a little bit longer for any votes to come in. No, it's not too late. They can still vote. They can vote until I hit continue. Which I'm going to give it 15 seconds. All right. There it goes. Going once. Going twice. A hunting reserve? That's not what we asked for. We need lumber, you fools. So stability is up. Because you at least 50% voted for one thing. And now the North is at Defiance level 2. The Queen Liliana Friendship Reserve doesn't really get off the ground as the Barons avoid it out of fear and habit. So authority is now dubious. Still, at least it keeps the chiefs from hacking it down. Alright, and now we move past winter of 948. Ooh, here we go. All right. The Royal Wedding. Your wedding to Matthias is naturally the talk of the kingdom. Nobles and peasants alike travel from across the realm to attend. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing at St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Matthias at your side. Wow, I don't know how I did that in one breath. Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband? Yes. Then I pronounce you queen and husband. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. Your new husband, Matthias, dances so vigorously that he spills wine all over himself. This is starting out great. Stability and authority are up, and defiance is down across the board. By the time you find yourself alone with Matthias, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. Good God, I am so drunk, and yet somehow not drunk enough. Whose arse do I need to kick to get more wine? Servants, bring us wine. Haha, that's the spirit. So, what do you like to do in your spare time? Hit people. Joking. I just do weapons training and exercise most of the time. What did you think of the wedding? It was damn beautiful from start to finish, wasn't it? I had a whale of a time. Shall we go to bed together? No time like the present, eh? Nice. We already getting shit going. He swigs back the last dregs of his wine and leads you to bed. Damn, we might actually have an heir sooner rather than later. The Archbishop's request. Oh, of course. Your Majesty, I wish to speak with you about the situation in the north. Too long have the Northerners been allowed to worship their heathen tree gods in brazen defiance of the ninth god. Allow me to send some of my best missionaries to the north. It's for the good of the realm. Isn't this a little backwards? Shouldn't this have happened before the other season where they got lost? I feel like that's backwards. I ought to bring it to the council. Of course, Your Majesty, I would expect nothing less. This way, I can blame it on y'all, not me. Boom. Have at it, guys. Alright, looks like B gets it. Yeah, see, I did reverse voting. Not sure if anybody noticed that. Very well, if this is the will of the council, then so be it. I'm glad that the council respects our sovereignty enough to leave us to our own business. God bless you. And a burglary in the marches. Great God, I've been robbed. My fortress has been ransacked and my money stolen. Ooh. Nubel's got robbed. There have been more and more robberies in the march of late, Your Majesty. I suspect it's something to do with the Thieves' Guild that was established there recently. I wonder who did that. We need to hunt these thieves down like the rats they are. Maybe we can even get my wealth back. Yeah, no, we're not allowing that one. I'm sorry. Alright, have at it, guys. Are we gonna have a three-way tie? Alright, we've got at least one other person who can vote. But if we don't hear anything in 10 seconds, I will get to choose what we do. So, that's... Going once, going twice. We are actually going to take our chances and put the Marcher Sheriffs on high alert. Yep, you were a little late there, Blood. You're good, though. Oh, hold on. You already voted. Never mind. The Marcher Sheriffs fan through the streets, enforcing a strict curfew and searching bystanders at random. It doesn't do any good. The Thieves' Guild continues to operate with impunity, and soon other barons find their homes broken into. Ow. You're good. So, authority is down, the march's defiance is up, and some barons lost money. Alright, and that ends this season. Far to the north, where snow blankets the landscape and wolves howl in the night, the chiefs plot to bring about the end of the world. Ragnarok. Praise Morgana. Initial talks with the ice giants are going so well that they've gifted us a new patch of fertile land in the northern valleys. The gods are good. With luck, this will be the foundation of an alliance strong enough to rock the world. Aye, the ice giants are a formidable ally. Tall as a building and limbs like tree trunks, and those southerners don't know how to fight them like we do. But first we must offer something the giants desire. A whole kingdom's worth of pillage? Just what I was thinking. If we fill the kingdom with bountiful goods and plunder, the giants won't be able to resist. For the next stage of the chief's schemes, they must raise other regions' trade to a combined total of 12 or more in 2 seasons. Yep, good luck on that one. Deep in the forests of the March, Baron RG2 has gone boar hunting with a few of his close friends. You said you had a surprise for me. Indeed, and here it is. Behold. Your Highness, what are you doing here at such an hour? I am sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any. Quick babbling, you blowhard. This isn't the Queen. It's a peasant who's the Queen's spitting image. Great God, and just in time. The Spymaster trusts us so much, she did not notice that we're fortifying the borders. And there goes the military. Up, up, up. Hey, Confused. How you doing, hun? That means we can't move on to the next phase, kidnapping the Queen and putting this fool in her place. Or no, that means we can move to the next phase. How do we manage that? We need the kingdom in utter chaos, bad enough that the Queen's abduction can slip past unnoticed. For the next stage of their scheme, the barons must lower stability to 4 or less in 2 seasons. Jesus, you're already in the way. Oh, I definitely understand that one. Trust me. Alright. So, before we continue, I'm going to force the ad through so it doesn't come through during an important moment. So, I will see you guys in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Once it decides to start. Alright, so anyway, by the way, Confused, you are with the Counts. Just a heads up. Alright, so, looks like everyone's on phase 2 already. And Rising Tempers. Oh, that's a good one. Liliana, I have something I need to discuss with you. I've been touring the grounds and speaking with your officers. A lot of wasted potential, if you ask me. Make me a general in the Royal Army, and I'll whip them into shape. It could turn the tide of war one day. You know what? Screw it. It's going to take my authority down, which is going to help out. Oh no, they need stability down. Okay. My bad. Yeah, you know, I'll take the hit to authority. So I'll have them up to snuff in no time. Despite your other generals grumbling, you hold a lavish ceremony in which Matthias is decorated with a number of meaningless medals and given a fancy new sword as a badge of office. But to no one's surprise, not much changes over the coming weeks. If anything, Matthias is out of his depth. You know what? I tried to encourage him. It didn't win me anything, but you know what? The true monster. Oh, here we go. Remember when I came to you with word of a monster preying upon peasants in the east? You'll have to remind me. I've drunk a lot of wine since then. A hideous monster was slaying peasants throughout the land, Your Majesty. I have reason to believe that the culprit may be one of my fellow counts. Jesus, confused. You just joined and you're already being the target of something that happened before you joined. I'm so sorry. But that's usually how it goes. Well, I'm trying to match my husband. What can I say? The peasants believe that Count Confused Scree transforms into a colossal, bloodthirsty beast once every 7 nights. Do we know something like this? Do we know of something like this ever happening before? Only in legend, King Karvak II was said to turn into such a beast and slaughter his servants at night. But in the day, he was as mild-mannered as a baby duck and had no memory of his crimes. Perhaps the same is true here. What should I do? Pray, do not call a public vote on the matter. It would embarrass Count Confused Scree greatly for no good reason. Let's get Faith up a little bit. Very well, Your Highness, whatever you say. A team of Inquisitors are dispatched to investigate the claim that Confused Scree sometimes turns into a monster. Hopefully they'll return intact. The Counts, of course, register their disapproval that the Church is meddling with their private affairs. Oh, I'm sorry. I literally just looked over the chat. My bad. Yep. Eaten by a tree. Eaten by a tree. Let that phrasing sink in. Eaten by a tree. Oh, I know. Oh! Your Greatness, Chief Bakanda has gone missing in the Queen Liliana Friendship Reserve. His servants say he was eaten by a tree. So, Bakanda, or should I say Bakanda 2, welcome to the fray. Need to keep my faith low, but you keep giving me hope. I don't know. We'll see. I warned you, didn't I? Those trees are clearly possessed by evil spirits of the primordial march. Eaten by a tree? How does that work? Look, I'm not a tree wizard. All I know is that it isn't natural. Your Highness, please, we need to burn this stupid grove to the ground before more people go missing. You won't go anywhere near it if you know what's good for you. Jesus. Yeah, we're not setting fire to it. Sorry. I would like my stability to not lower. There we go. You got 2 choices, guys. I want a pet carnivorous tree. Yeah, unless Nubbles comes back anytime soon. Come on, you cowards. Just send a chief to Oh, I'm dying. Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. Close the Queen Liliana Friendship Reserve for good. Is the council going to ignore the fact that a chief has just died? Do we mean so little to you? The sovereignty of the march is more important than avenging your foolish comrade, who, as a reminder, got killed by a tree. The chiefs continue to bicker and grumble, but none dare to go near the grove. Its creepy man-eating trees fall into legend once more. Wow, Baruch. Wow. All right, and that's another eventful season. All right, so now we get another auction going on. Just remember, it is !fund, the letter you're going for, and how much you're funding. So, let the auction begin. Jeez. Bakanda, I am so sorry that you are, like, left by yourself here. Baruch, other way around. It's fund A and then the 1,000. All right, so it looks like the observatory in the east, and the barons get their grand bazaar, which raises their trade. All right. About your heir, finally. Your marriage to Matthias has grown strong and steady, like an old castle wall. Though it began as a political arrangement, it has blossomed into something like love. Ooh. Jesus. Also, barons are the absolute goat over here. It's high time you thought about an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair. Your happiness isn't as important as fulfilling your duty to the kingdom, but I'm glad you found a way to have both. You've done well so far, but something's still missing. An heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. My husband and I will have a child together. Ah, the traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling, so you can get down to business. Oh, what is the terrible secret? Your Majesty, I bring urgent news. The counts are deliberately eroding the power of the church in the east. I feared the church was in trouble. We have been in decline, alas, and now we know why, which is the worst part of all. The counts are planning to hollow your mind and summon a demon to fill the void and take possession. By the time they're finished, you'll be nothing but a shell. The demon will take over body and soul. My thoughts exactly, Your Majesty. We must bring this sacrilege to the Council's attention. Either it's going to delay it for a season or not. But I'm not having this whole lowering my... Yeah, no. Just not happening. Excuse me, I am not a demon. I am a vent gremlin. Get it right. Thank you, Baruch. But it's all for nothing. Thank you anyway, though. I appreciate you. Damn Count's conspiring against me. Alright, so the Counts are hardly a threat. Leave them to their business. The High Inquisitor storms off to her chambers, but there's nothing more she can do against the Counts. The Inquisitors return. Oh, here we go. Your Majesty, I've received word back from the Inquisitors you sent to the east to investigate the claims about Count Confused Scree and their nocturnal activities. And we placed Count Confused Scree in heavy iron chains and waited until nightfall. They transformed into a vicious monster, black fur, claws like scythes. It broke free and killed a dozen Inquisitors before we subdued it. It is clear the Count Confused Scree was a devil worshipper, cursed by the Ninth God for their sins. Jesus. We request permission to burn them alive in the town square. Do it. Nothing gets the peasants going like a good public burning. You hear reports that Count Confused Scree transformed into a monster halfway through. The peasants believe in the Ninth God has been raised to new heights by such an impressive spectacle, while the Counts are furious to have been humiliated so publicly. Oh, that's fun. Well, we can't have a monster running around. I'm sorry. Also, can't summon your demon now. Alright, and that ends the season. A Count rides to a remote, unremarkable spot of moorland. Soon another joins him. Unfortunately, my peasants are getting dreadfully devout. We are in no state to make a move against the Queen. It's far too dangerous. The High Inquisitor will pounce as soon as we do anything. The Count's aim is to lower their faith to 4 or less. Oh, Jesus. I like a good fighter. Oh, yikes. Back in the north, Chief Bakanda II is hosting yet another feast in his clan hall. Wow. Freudian slip much. Not everyone is in the mood for celebrating, however. No developments, no developments, I'm afraid. The Giants aren't willing to commit. Not yet, anyway. What's the problem? They leave their brains in the ice caves again? Or are they too scared to take on a measly queen? I meant to say clan hall, but it came out clown hall. Nay, not enough plunder. We must make the other regions bigger, juicier targets. Oh, jeez. The chiefs aim to raise other regions' combined trade to 12 or more. Y'all ain't far off. That's the sad part. Planning an abduction. Somewhere in the march, Baron RG II sits at a banquet, gnawing on a greasy chicken leg. He and his fellow plotters discuss their scheme between mouthfuls. The kingdom is at peace, and everyone's looking for a new scandal to focus on. Not exactly the right climate to abduct a queen. I could go punch the archbishop if you think that would cause enough of a distraction. Wow. While it would be amusing, I doubt it'd be enough. We need total chaos across the whole kingdom. I could punch him really hard. Yeah, that sounds like Noobles. What a genius idea. Oh, if you want to see what your guy looks like, Baruch. This is what your dude looks like. Barons are the barbarians. I don't know. The Baron's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. Alright, so let's get the counts down a little bit. And we can afford to tax the chiefs and the barons. I'm sorry, guys. I need the money, and I need to bring them down. Wow. Alright. So that secures my wealth a little bit longer. Pushing for change. Ooh. After a particularly long session at council, Matthias comes to find you in your chambers. Great God, how do you deal with all that talking? When will they do something decisive? I know exactly what you mean. I was thinking, what if we did something to make things better? I want to plant a forest in the march. It would help train the troops, give them a place to practice ambushes. We'll need to be careful with the budget. Oh, we can't afford more? We'll squeeze out as much as we can, won't we? He kisses your cheek before hurrying out to enact his plans. As much as I hate both of you, there needs to be a power balance. I mean, not wrong. Let's see. Oh, last one. Last two. Okay. A brand new harvester. Your Majesty, the scholars and great thinkers of the March have invented a new farming implement. Some kind of horse-drawn machine that automatically reaps and threshes grain. They call it a wheat eater. A wheat eater? Yeah, it kind of did. I'm not sure I'll allow that through, unfortunately. Sorry, it's just mature stream, but at the same time I want to kind of reel it in a little bit. Agree, we must have more power over the North End Barons or lower their power. Jeez. It would be of great use to us in the North. Our farms are struggling to keep up with the demand, you know. We'll not share the designs with the likes of you, Northern Leech. Our people worked hard on that machine. We deserve to reap its rewards, not you. Yeah. Actually... No. You know what? Yes. That's where my vote goes. Giant ice cubes. Oh, God. Do we have any more votes coming in? There we go. We got 6 people. Well, technically right now we have 5 people because Noobles isn't here at the moment. Okay, I can live with that. Unless someone else brings in a vote for A. Fair enough. Fair enough. Ooh, hello. Blood, you can't change your vote, unfortunately. All right, so we're gonna call it here. All right. A fair price, I suppose. Rewarded for their ingenuity, the barons are satisfied, as is everyone else who produce brand new wheat eaters for their farms at lightning speed. So the north and the east both have their farming go up by 2. All right, and we have a comet sighting. Ooh. A blood-red comet was spotted in the night sky over the March, Your Majesty. The common folk are claiming it's a terrible omen. The common folk are on the verge of panic. Is there anything I can do? Tell the church to dispel such baseless superstitions. Okay. That works. And it failed, of course. Ooh, and that lowered stability. Yay. Not enough, but it did. The priests of the March preached that the comet is actually a good omen due to a new interpretation of an obscure cluster of stars. Unfortunately, the peasants don't believe a word of it. So we failed that. Faith is now lower to 5 in the March, and kingdom stability is down to 7. For a few weeks, the march is gripped by panic. Riots break out in the streets. Soothsayers wander the land, foretelling doom. Jesus. A little superstitious, guys. Just a little bit. Ooh. Do I see someone else in chat? Alright, we end the season. And I'm going to choose the Monarch's Iron choice. And we will continue. Oh, not this again. Bankruptcy looms. What do you suggest we do? The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. What do you suggest we do? Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, or sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold, or so I've heard. Yeah, we're not going with this option. I've gone with it every single time, and it has only come back to bite me in the ass. You know what? Selling off the royal jewelry. You auction off dozens of necklaces, 5 gold rings, and a jeweled scepter to the nobles. It is a humiliating affair. Selling off symbols of power makes you look weak and desperate. Yeah, no, like, I had it in the bag. Everyone needed to lower my authority or my stability. I had it up to 8, 9, and 10 in both. And literally the only thing that killed me was that thing coming back and biting me in the ass. So, yeah. Not falling for that one again. Oh, look at this tiara. Fetching, isn't it? Don't mind if I do. So the East bought some things. Nice. Hey, check out this scepter. It's like I'm the queen. Jesus. That actually hurts. A forestry problem. Your husband Matthias is busy reading his letters when he gasps. Gadzooks, what in the world are they up to? Liliana, the Eastern workers have laid down their tools. No one's working anymore on the forestry project, and Count Confused Screed II is doing nothing to help. We'll figure this out. The letter isn't explained. Why did this happen? You know what? Confused. Tell me what's going on. Greetings, Your Grace. King Consort Matthias. What's happened with your workers? The forest should be halfway to planted by now. I told the peasants to down tools because, well, lamentably, the chosen land just isn't suited for forestry. I don't see the trees surviving long. Oh, Gadzooks, I had no idea. Ooh, there we go. Can we try on a smaller scale? Perhaps that'll work. I don't know, though. Kingdom's treasury down by 500. Military in the north is up. Military in the march is up. Military in the east is up. And trade is also up on all sides, which inadvertently helps the chiefs, but still. It has to. I'll do my best. And he does. Soon the planting begins in earnest in a more suitable part of the east. The people there and beyond are delighted with your husband's achievement. Hey, Rennick. You got put with the chiefs. Delighted with your husband's achievement, sending showers of letters and gifts to the palace. Thank you for the follow, hun. Very much appreciated. As Baruch said, welcome to the chaos. I love that the little guys jump around. I'm definitely gonna have to keep the stream avatar thing going. Hey, fellow axe wielder. All right, so what else is there? Counterfeit currency, right? Oh. And we're back. So now we're going to continue on with counterfeit currency. And where did my mouse go? There it is. The march has been prosperous of late, but my tax collectors are reporting suspicious coins in the latest takings. Oh, Lord. Welcome back, Baruch. The whole region is awash with fake money. The council needs to act. Yeah, no, we're not lowering stability and authority. Sorry, not happening. Hey, Chaos. Welcome in, hun. All right, and the voting begins. All right. We're going to call that closed. After weeks of experimenting, the new coin is invented. It has a special pattern of ridges along the rim that make it nearly impossible to counterfeit. So, quarters. It would appear so, yes. Geez, the barons are getting just stacked over here. Granted, look at their stats. Jesus. However, they're much more expensive to manufacture. Rolling them out across the kingdom will take time. Meanwhile, people continue to use the old coins, impacting trade in the march. There we go. Sorry, chiefs. All right, and that ends the spring season. So everyone is still sitting at stage 2 of their schemes. Just for the new people, the barons need to lower kingdom stability to 4 or less. The chiefs need to raise other regions' total trade to at least 12. And the counts need to lower their own faith to 4 or less. Of course, of course. Alright, here we go. Your heir. Nice. Good. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to... The council hall is filled with nervous silence. My son. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Your Majesty, may I be the first to congratulate you on the birth of your son. What is his name? Wait. Why would I name a son after... That doesn't make any sense. I was hoping they would give me a choice. That's definitely an interesting choice. That's... I might actually talk to the devs on that one. A son named Liliana II. What is this? A boy named Sue? Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from the Spy Master soon. I cannot read my own chat. Welcome in, Llamas. Llamas Inc. Sorry. Welcome to the chaos. Yeah, thank you, Baruch. Okay. A laughingstock. Your Majesty, the acclaimed playwright Percival Crawford has written another smash hit. All the theaters in the capital are showing it nightly. What's the problem? The problem is that the new play features a character obviously based on you. I don't like where this is going. The character is played by a professional clown named Biffo. At one point, a bucket of custard is upended over her head as she sits on the throne. Oh, lovely. Llamas is the part of the chiefs. Your Highness, peasants and nobles alike are watching this play. The theaters are packed. You must put a stop to it. You simply cannot be known as Queen Biffo. I think I'll attend the play myself. A shocked silence falls in the theater as heralds announce your arrival. You wave from the royal box as the actors stare up at you, clearly horrified. The show must go on. The play begins. Soon enough, the clown queen arrives on stage, comedically tripping on her own robes. They somehow found an actor who looks just like you. Endless humiliations are heaped on this honking, squeaking parody. Finally, the play concludes with the custard-drenched queen handing her crown to the deserving hero. All eyes turn to you. How do you react? Climb onto the stage. The actors shrink away from you. The audience are deadly silence. Everyone's terrified of what you'll do next. Congratulate the actors on a hilarious play. The audience breaks out into relieved cheers. The actors bow before you, weeping from gratitude. And that raised my authority and stability. Haha, I win. After that, the whole capital can talk about nothing but your good humor and mercy. Royal enthusiasts. Your Majesty, the King Consort has amassed a great deal of popularity lately. Of course I have. Why wouldn't the peasants like what I've been up to? So why is Matthias sounding very much like Zap Brannigan? Hundreds of letters have been arriving at the palace. Some of them have even been making needle points depicting the two of you. Aww. Wow, Cross. Wow. Grimacing, they hold up a monumentally ugly piece of embroidery showing you and your husband sitting in a castle, you think. How charming. It's quite sweet, isn't it? Look, some of them even made replica coronets like the ones we wore at our wedding. Oh, and a group of my biggest fans want to come for a tour of the palace. What do you think? I'd caution against this idea, Your Highness. A certain distance from the peasantry affords respect for the royal family. Eliminating that distance, well, it could have repercussions. Oh, don't worry so much. Either one of those I lose stability or authority, so... Sorry, Matthias. Very wise, Your Majesty. The nobles will have little reason to gossip this way. Your husband shakes his head with a sigh, but does not argue. That night, when you go to bed, you find the hideous embroidery placed on your pillow, along with a note that reads, "It's such a handsome likeness, I thought you'd like to keep it." Wow. All right. So, just so you guys can actually see what's going on first before I start the auction, this is what we've got. So, feel free to, again, it's exclamation point funds, the letter, and then how much you want to fund. So, I'll start the auction in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, I see what Llamas is doing. All right, looks like farming, or no, hold up. No, sorry, trade and military has gone up. Yep, I think I think the words, the Chiefs are definitely on to something here. They work together. All right. A plague of rats. Let's go with that one first. Baron Chaos Catahola strides into the council chambers, distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. The fields and barns of the march are overrun by vermin, and we've no more poison for these horrible things. We can't cope anymore. You know what? I'll spend some money. So if you all vote for this, I get a point in authority. Yep, I picked the wrong one. That's my bad. Don't worry, I'll be taxing the chiefs and the barons again. Luckily, the Adventurers Guild has an entire branch dedicated to vermin control as part of their leveling up initiative. Leveling up initiative? Really? Don't worry, Your Majesty. You can rely on Graswald the Glorious and my party of merry venturers to clear out these rats for you. Later, the adventurers are wiped out battling some kind of rat king in a sewer, but the rodent population has gone down. Wow. So the adventurers got just wrecked. Begging for scraps. When Chief Llamas enters the council chambers, his clothes are stained and rumpled, and his face is haggard. I've lost everything, Your Majesty. My coffers are empty. Oh yeah, they are. Hey, look at that. They actually legitimately are. How can the crown help? Gods be good. I'm ashamed to even stand in front of the other clans. I'm utterly penniless. I beg for whatever spare coin the council can give. Yeah, well, I can't do anything. You know what? I'm going to let the count go on this one. So, you've got one choice. Sorry, but you're going to have to deal with it yourself. And I swear, if I somehow manage to fail that, I'll be shocked. It's 90%. Nope, not voting. Abstain. Oh, aye, Your Majesty. When Chief Llamas heads home, he sends out his remaining warriors to hunt legendary ice giants in the frozen wastes. They return with... How do you fail 90%? Are you kidding me? Jesus. They return with nothing but a couple of huge polar bear carcasses, having even seen a giant. Chief sells off the meat for a moderate price, but word gets around about your lack of generosity. Okay. Your ambition. So that just screwed me massively. Yeah, I'm starting to think so too, honestly. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a conqueror. You look like you're planning to live up to those words. The kingdom's army is stronger than ever before. Well done, Your Majesty. Nice. Defiance is down, all across the board. But to shut down your noble scheming for goods, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. You should crush these disloyal nobles, take command of their armies, and force them to submit. Or, if you're looking to unite the nobles rather than smash them, you could declare war on the Ashmedian Empire. They'll forget their schemes if you win. You know what? Farming and military. We're going to declare war on the Ashmedian Empire. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I've already taken the liberty of contacting the Ashmedian ambassador. Greetings, Your Grace. I'm here to discuss the terms of our upcoming war. Negotiating the Empire surrender, I guess? No. The Ashmedian Empire is far larger than your kingdom. Didn't you wonder why we never squashed you like a bug? It's because we're divided by internal conflicts. It may seem that the empire is ruled by its emperor. In reality, Ashmead is ruled by its generals, who battle endlessly for control of the capital. So why are you here? I am here representing General Thalakanth, whose lands are safely distant from the border. If you were to invade, all we ask is that you send us your signal. We'll launch a civil war, taking advantage of the chaos to bump off some of our own rivals. A bold plan. I will leave you to think on my words. If we take advantage of the Ashmedian Empire's internal divisions, we may actually have a chance. If you beat our oldest enemy, that would shut the nobles up for good. But winning still won't be easy. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's overall farming and military as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Alright, and that ends our season. Back in the north, Chief Bakanda II is hosting yet another feast in his clan hall. Mead is being passed around in good measure, and some chiefs are dancing on the tables. That can only mean two things: really good news or really bad news. Otter, pass me the drink, you old lout. I'm drinking until my ancestors feel... Ancestor. Wow, the enunciation on that was off so much. Maybe just a little bit. I'm trying to keep up with everything. Were those ice giants I saw on my way through your lands? Have we really done it? Your eyes don't deceive you, pal. They'll be marching with us come the morrow. The gods are good, but what happens after the ice giants march? Acts of my ancestors. I hadn't thought about that. Someone fetch me another drink, then assemble the other chiefs. Quickly, damn you. Alright. Have at it, guys. Hush, Baruch. Hush. Anyway, Chiefs, you might want to vote on your next part of your scheme. Okay. That sounds good. I'll go with that. You do realize I'm not stability 9, right? Just throwing that out there. Fair. Not gonna let it happen, but fair. There won't be much left of the palace after this, but we'll build a new one. Bigger and fancier, with more bones. Jesus. More bones! Ale sloshes all over the floor as Chief Bakanda II teeters on the edge of a bench. Either way, we'll sort it out when we're done pillaging. For now, let's party. We do need to make sure the kingdom is sufficiently unstable, don't forget. Or they'll unite and repel us. Ice giants or no. Jesus. For the final stage of their schemes, the chiefs must lower stability to 5 or less. Alright, well, I need more money, so sorry. Sorry. We'll leave the counts where they are. Actually, no. Because I need to make sure y'all don't, make sure y'all don't buy things that can ruin my reputation, or my, stability. Alright. Ambition Conquest. For the last few months, your marshal has been crisscrossing the kingdom, drumming up troops in preparation for your first strike against the Ashmedian Empire. Today, at last, she's returned, and she's brought one of the counts with her. Your Majesty, the nobles are proving reluctant to commit their soldiers to your cause. They've sent a delegation to speak with you. Your Highness, of course we all support a war with the accursed dogs of Ashmead. Of course we do. We're more patriotic than anyone. But we're concerned about the harvest. Your marshal is telling us to raise all our able-bodied levies. If we do that, who's going to gather the crop? The kingdom could starve. Well, we wouldn't want that. Just damned cowardice, if you ask me, Your Majesty, but all the nobles are echoing this nonsense. The fools are worried about going hungry for a few years. Don't know why, y'all are... Until we can persuade them that the kingdom will survive, they won't commit their full forces to our banner. Assure Kant confused Screeds II that the kingdom can survive a few bad harvests. And we succeeded. By the blood of the dead, Your Grace, you're right. The kingdom can survive a few hungry winters if it means teaching those Ashmeadian bastards a lesson. That's the spirit. I trust we have the backing of the counts in starting this war then. Yes, Your Highness. Let's do this. One by one, your marshal approaches the nobles of your council, seeking their approval for the launch of a war against Ashmead. Aye, Your Highness, the chiefs never back down from a fight. You have our axes. When it comes to war, you can rely on the barons, Your Highness. Let's go give the Ashmeadians a kicking. The nobles are united behind the idea of war on Ashmead, Your Majesty. Let's go to war. I like the enthusiasm, but it's been a long time since the kingdom mobilized so much of its army. We need to ensure they're up to the task. I'll assemble the troops at once. Farewell, Your Majesty. When your marshal returns to the capital a month later, she is at the head of an army. The soldiers set up camp outside the city walls, their armor gleaming crimson in the light of dawn. Inspect your troops. The camp stretches for miles outside the walls of the city. The ground has been churned to mud under tens of thousands of boots. As you approach, you are greeted by an awesome sight. Rank upon rank of hard-faced footmen, holding swords aloft, knights on horseback, their plate mail glinting, archers and crossbowmen training furiously, hitting target after target. Why are the colors different this run? You mean for the... It's because we chose different regions. Beautiful, ain't it? Let's bring Ashmead to its knees. Blood, blood for the ninth god. Your soldiers let out a full-throated roar. For the kingdom, for the queen. The army is a vast, stinking, hungry monster that swallows up the landscape as it marches south. When you arrive at the border, your soldiers spill across like a flood, sweeping away the surprised Ashmeadian sentries in their path. To tell the truth, you don't see much of the fighting. Your job is just to give inspirational speeches before the battle starts. Wave a sword around, then duck back into your tent. Despite that, or perhaps because of that, your first Ashmeadian campaign is a huge success. By the time you return to the capital for winter, you've conquered almost 100 miles of territory along the border. As the city gates swing open, you're greeted by a rush of joyous sound. Clapping, cheering, peasants are throwing roses at your carriage. Trailing behind you, of course, is also a routine... of wounded soldiers nursing deep-seated trauma and grieving their lost comrades. The peasants largely ignore them. All hail the queen, the conquering hero. Pull out a sword and give it a waggle. Several peasants swoon in delight. When you return to the palace, your husband is waiting for you, your heir Liliana II, in his arms. My darling, you're finally back. I've been breathlessly following the tales of your conquest. I only wish you'd brought me along. It sounds like good fun, but I understand someone needs to hold down the fort. We have so much to talk about. Little Liliana II has been growing up so fast in your absence. Sorry, dear, but the council has requested a meeting. Oh, of course. Well, hurry back, my love. As you step back into the council's presence for the first time in many months, the nobles all look up at you with trepidation. Welcome back, Your Majesty. Let me be the first to congratulate you on your victory. But now we can get back to the business of ruling. There are many votes that need your attention. These small matters no longer interest me. But what about democracy? The Constitution? Did the Queen misspeak? We may have won a victory, but Ashmead will strike back, and strike back hard. We don't have time for votes. We need to prepare. And if you squabbling bastards don't unite behind the Queen right away, you'll wake up next year with Ashmeadian soldiers in your bedchambers. Oh. Oh, now let's get the posture check. Alright. And I've already taken care of the posture check, so let me just reread that last one again, just in case. And if you squabbling bastards don't unite behind the Queen right away, you'll wake up next year with Ashmeadian soldiers in your bedchambers. Do I make myself clear? Crystal. Then let's begin discussing plans for our next campaign. Aye, my liege, whatever you say. After that, the nobles never defy you again, but it's not like your life gets easier. Your Majesty, I hate to interrupt your meeting, but I just received word that the Ashmeadian Empire is marching on our newly conquered territories. They're sending 30 regiments. We need to mobilize immediately. With a sigh, you head back to the palace to say goodbye to your husband. Here we go again. My first victory. 4 sessions, and this is my first victory. Alright. Shortly after Queen Liliana's reign ended, the Inquisitors raided Count Blauderi's castle and placed him under arrest for evil magic. As he burned, he screamed the secret name of the 7th god. The chief's agreement with the ice giants fell apart, and the giants ended up attacking the north instead. What the heck was that? Oh, antihydrate. Got it. I'm on it. Oh, hello. The chief's agreement with the ice giants fell apart, and the giants ended up attacking the north instead. The subsequent war kept the chiefs too busy to worry about matters of the throne. All that remained of the Baron's attempt to usurp the crown was a prisoner, deep under the castle, clad in an iron mask and shrouded in rumor. Queen Liliana's reign spanned another 15 glorious years, mostly spent fighting in foreign fields. She conquered land from Tavalin and Ashmead, lost it, campaigned to get it back. By the time the old warrior died, she was battle-scarred and celebrated as a hero. But most of all, she was tired. Queen Liliana the Brave. Game length, 2 years, 9 months. Spouse, Matthias of the March. And successor, King Liliana II. Alright, as far as the nobles go, the wealthiest noble by far was Confused Scree II. And poorest was Llamas. And as far as the kingdom goes, we had pretty low authority, pretty damn good stability. Just overall, the kingdom is amazing looking. gonna quickly get some screenshots because why not? I should have gotten a screenshot of the first page, but I'm not. I can always go back later in the VOD and do it, but you know. Let me just... Wow, my computer's having a field day right now. Nobles. And print screen. And then we need the kingdom. And boom. Now I just need to send this to my Discord. And I think we're going to end on a high note and let this victory stand tall for now. And we are actually going to go follow a good friend of mine who also plays this game. And nice. Awesome. I love to hear it. I really do. That's amazing. Yeah, they did. Anyway, like I said, we are going to give my good buddy Crumby a follow. So, if you guys want to stick around and show your support, of course, as I always say, thank you guys for stopping by. I really appreciate each and every one of you, even the lurkers. And I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, whatever it may be for you. And let's get started on our raid to Crumby. If I can find him on the list. If he hasn't already stopped streaming. Hopefully not. Yep, no, he's still here. So I'm just going to bring him up real quick. Because I want to see his reaction when I bring in this many people. Yes, we are definitely going to be playing again tomorrow. Alright, well, like I said, guys, have a good one. And do show Crumby the same kind of support you guys show me. He is an amazing streamer, and he's really funny. So yeah, definitely give him a look. Anyway, let's get that raid started. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.